With me I have best-selling author Louise Bedford in the studio to have a quick chat about what it takes to become a great share trader. No, we're not talking about strategies and technicalities. We're talking about what the personality of a great share trader is. So sit back and let's learn from Louise Bedford. Louise, what makes a trader a great trader?
There's such a big difference between people who are mediocre and skilled professionals. And one of them is longevity and experience. You know, I always suggest to people when they get started trading, look at the top 200 every day. Make sure you go through every single one, because what you're looking to do is develop unconscious competence, which means that you have all of the abilities that you can just summon at the drop of a hat and you know exactly what that chart's doing. A lot of people aren't prepared to put in the work. However, let's just assume somebody is prepared to put in the work. The other thing to do is to associate it with like-minded people. Find people that you relate with, find people who are where you want to be. They can guide you, they can give you some information that can be your shortcut. And I think that's really critical for traders. Another thing to do, which I know that you believe in as well, is to take personal responsibility. There's a statement about internal and external locus of control. Now, internal locus of control is where we say to ourselves, okay, I am fully responsible for everything in my life, and external locus of control is where we blame people. So I'm sure you've seen it before, where people blame others in their life. Oh, you know, this trade didn't make me money because it was my broker's fault. Often that's the way that we don't learn. We blame other people and we don't take it on board for ourselves. So really to take personal responsibility, which I know definitely this is one of our shared values, Dallas, that is really a focus for traders. If they can do that, then they've got a big chance of doing very, very well.
Louise, you often hear wives complaining that they don't have any money because their husband doesn't earn enough. That's certainly not taking control of their financial destiny. Ladies versus men trading, is there a difference?
Definitely. And in fact, neurologically, if you have a look at the two halves of the brain, there's a middle section that connects the two halves, and it's called the corpus callosum. Now, with ladies compared to men, the corpus callosum is a lot thicker, which means there's a lot more signals going backwards and forwards. And as you know, women multitask. We do that very well. So we can think of 5 things at once, and guys like to do that singular thing at the one time, put 100% effort into it, and then move on to the next thing. So what we've found with ladies who are traders, firstly from the evidence, is that looking at over 35,000 households in the US, Barbara and Odina did a huge study. They found that women do outperform the men. They outperform them by 2% per annum. So firstly, have confidence as a woman that you can trade and you can trade effectively. Secondly, understand that there are differences to the way that you're going to approach the market. Ladies, it's okay to juggle lots of different things in your life. It's fine, you know, I'm a full-time mother, I write books, I write articles, I run a website, but I can also trade, and I can trade to support my family and be the main provider. And I think that's something that we need to realise that we can do. And also with the guys, hey, there's lots of things that you do extremely well, but there's also some things to improve on there. You know, if one of the things for women is confidence that they need to increase, guys can be over traders and they can be overly aggressive with the market. So because they think that they're King Kong, and we love that about the men, there's no doubt, they go into trading with that same type of mindset and they try to conquer the market instead of realising that, hey, there might be a bit of a learning curve involved.
So even though men take a different attitude to women do, if you're using the same plan, surely they'd trade the same?
Yeah, one would think. However, often the linchpin in what makes a successful trader, it's not necessarily that plan itself, it's how you follow it. The psychology behind a trader, it often interferes with taking signals, it interferes with taking stops. And what they've found with some of the studies with men, actually with male traders, they've just started looking into this area, is they've looked at hormone levels. Now, with testosterone, you know, the guys have got more testosterone than women, so they're more risk-taking and they take charge and they take action. Now, they've found with the male traders that they've looked at, they actually did have heightened testosterone levels, which is interesting. The ones that were achieving the best results were secreting more testosterone.
Well, that's probably because they're making more money and they've got more girls chasing them.
Actually, they have found success in every arena does make you secrete, and females as well, more testosterone. But what they did find as well with that study is that for the guys that were having that big testosterone influx, they also tempered it by another type of chemical called dopamine, which is the calm you down type of concept. So the guys that were full on charge ahead, let's get great results and let's feel good about it, also knew how to relax. They knew how to switch off. They knew how to calm down. They knew how to take a break from the market so that they could recover and live to trade another day. You know, I often think of trading as being a marathon rather than a sprint. It's something that you need to commit to for the long term so that you can learn the skills. If you're just going to be a short-term trader and you think it's for the next 2 years, that might represent that you've got more testosterone. But if you can just add that dopamine into the equation where you can calm down, learn how to focus, learn how to relax, and think of it for the long term, your results are going to be much, much better.
So Louise, here I am thinking that I'm getting better at trading because I've been doing it for a while, when in fact as I'm getting fatter and older and my testosterone level's dropping, and that's the real reason. I'm starting to trade like a girl now.
Well, trade like a girl and make more money. That's all I can say to Alice.
Now Louise, how do you know this?
I've got a big background in psychology. I've got a psychology degree, but it's also a pet interest of mine. I had a health issue that meant that I needed to trade. I needed to trade because I couldn't make any other money in any other profession. And really trading was the only thing that I could do when my arm stopped moving a few years ago. Luckily I've recovered and I've returned to full health, which
Fantastic,
is good.
yeah.
However, for 2 years all I did was trade the options market, and that was my total focus. And without that I think I would have gone stark raving mad, and I would have starved as well. So as a trader for 20 years at least, I'd developed the skills beforehand, before that event, to be able to learn how to trade for myself, bring the money into my own home, and that way I didn't have to go back and get a job. And now who wants to work? I'd rather be a trader.
Thanks, Louise. Viewers, I can't tell you how much fun it was to chat with Louise. It's a great honour to have such a powerful female within the industry shake things up like...